My name is Travis Chumley, PDGA number 60360. I'm from Richmond, Virginia, but I've lived in Concord, North Carolina my whole life. Been playing disc golf for about 3 years.
I'm Wesley Shell, PDGA number 67848, and I was born in Concord, North Carolina. I've lived here all my life, and I love it. I don't want to be anywhere else. Me and Travis have known each other for about, 2.5 years? Something like that. We met a few months after we both started, and him and his buddies hollered at me and my friend and were like, hey, you guys want to play some doubles? And challenged us and started talking a little trash.
Then we smashed them.
Yeah, right. We ended up beating them, but that was fun. So that's when we met, and we've been playing together for a while ever since, always challenging each other. And this past fall, we got to get a win together in US Am Dubs over at Winthrop and Renaissance and all those courses. So that was a fun time, but yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I wasn't mad.
Yeah.
Alright, so now to what I putt. I started putting the par 2 PA3s, probably in December, 3 or 4 months ago. And I really like them. They're a lot softer than the normal 300 PA3s and start off pretty overstable. So yeah, they work for me.
Yeah, I put the same exact thing actually, same print and all. Yeah, I'm a copycat. PA3s 300 series are glow. I put both of those for anything inside of 35 feet, but when I get a little further out and get into the longer jump putt range, I pull out a special edition PA4. It's nice and really beat in.
PA12.
Call it the PA12. And we putt with that anything outside of that. Throw-in putters. Let's go to that. Call A-series throwing putters. I have 2 or 4. Going to throwing putters. I have 4 putters that I throw. 400 series PA4. Anything that's a turnover shot. It has a lot of glide. It's really nice. My overstable 400 series PA1. I really like this shot for anything I have to get left. I just throw it flat and can depend on it. Then I have 2 350G PA1s. I just love these discs. Any upshot, anything else like that. Probably in the 275 and under range, I would like to throw these. This one's a little beat in, so it's straight, maybe a little flippy, and this one's still a little stable, so I can rely on it to go straight and to finish left. What about you, Travis?
Okay, well, I throw a lot of forehands to start off. So I'll start off with my most overstable, the 300s PA1. I just put this in the bag recently, mainly because my PA4s don't fade. So yeah, getting to know this. I like it a lot for hyzers. And then I just put this PA4 in the bag recently also. It's really overstable for a PA4. It's just straight, essentially. It'll do whatever I want it to. And then another PA4. Throw them a lot for sidearms and stuff. This one's a little less stable. I use this for a lot of stand-up forehands. So yeah, I like this one. And then stupid understable PA4. This is a 300s PA4, and mainly use it more for trick shots than anything else. Just something I need to get standing up real quick or turning over really fast, or yeah, that's pretty much it.
Sweet. Mid-ranges.
Mid-ranges.
Count A-series?
Yeah, I'm gonna count
put
the
it there.
A1 as a mid-range. This A1, it's self-explanatory. I mean, it's just stupid overstable. Use it a lot for sidearm anti-flexes and stuff. Learning how to throw it backhand, it has a learning curve. It's kind of tough. But yeah, just put this one in the bag because I threw my other one in the water, which wasn't fun. So yeah. And then I have a Huck Lab M3. It's really straight for basically anything. It'll hold whatever line I put it on. And then an M4. This one's actually getting really understable. It flies nice for a lot of hyzer flips. I don't throw it much backhand, but a lot of stand-up sidearm shots that'll just go really straight after some hyzers put on it. All you.
I throw similar to the exact same thing. I just have a couple more. A1, obviously, any forehand approaches. It's a great wind disc. It doesn't get beat up by anything. It's just super overstable. I have two M4s, both the same thing. 2 first runs. I love these discs. They just flip up to straight on backhand. Good turnover disc. One's a little more beat than the other, so if I need it to go left on a flick or go right on a backhand, it'll hold that. And then I have a 400 series M3. Love this disc. It's probably my favorite mid-range to throw. Just throw it on a little bit of hyzer, it flips up straight and just goes straight forever and fades out at the end. And then I just put a M1 in my bag actually to kind of fit in between the gap of the A1 and my M3. And it's great for forehands. If I put it on a little bit of Annie, it'll just go and then come back at the end. It's a great flick disc. On the fairways, I have 4 fairway drivers in my bag. I have an F7, anything for big turnover shots. Also the patent pending big germ turnover flick. I like to throw that shot a lot with this disc.
He doesn't have it.
Yeah, I'm trying it out. I guess we'll go with tube stability. I have an F5. Actually aced hole 1 out here at Bradford Park with Stephen Belair, our teammate. Sharpied all over my disc. So this F5 is an awesome disc just for a forehand flip up, and it just goes straight forever and fades out. Any tight tunnel shot is what I'm mainly using it on. I have an F2, supporting Will and raising money for St. Jude. Just this F2 just goes so straight and finishes left, as opposed to my F5. It's pretty beat up, so it'll probably turn over a little bit more, but this one just stays true and then fades out. And then probably my favorite disc in the fairway line is the F1. This thing is just, I'm throwing this anytime it's in between probably 325 to 375. If I need it to hook up more than a mid-range, or if I'm trying to throw a longer forehand up, this is my go-to, definitely in the fairway line.
Alright. Yeah, so for fairways and like hybrids, I don't throw, in general I just don't really bag that many discs, but starting with understable, I throw this F5, put it in the bag recently. I'm still trying to really learn it, but it just goes straight essentially on a sidearm or forehand. So yeah, I normally will use the H3 in place of this, but I'm starting to like it. It's pretty nice. And then I have this H3 that used to be Wesley's, so but I really like it. It's nice and flat. It goes straight forever, and hyzer finishes at the end. And then I got this H2. Shout out to Clarence Bates. I really like this disc, and he gave it to me. This is mainly what I throw for like everything: sidearms, annies, anti-flex shots, backarm, backhand, anti-flex shots. This is what I use for everything. I really like it. And then an H1. I use this for more sidearm shots only that really need a big flare, or when I try to throw a thumber, which isn't often. So yeah, I don't use it for backhand too often. And drivers. I got a few drivers.
A little bit.
I guess I'll start with overstable. I have this D1. It's pretty overstable, like most overstable driver I have. I mainly just use this for headwind that I just need to ensure it doesn't turn over. And then another D1. This one's pretty overstable also, but it's more throwable. I can actually throw this on an Annie and get some distance out of it, which I like. And I like throwing it sidearm too. And another D1. This one is super flat. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but it's really flat. So I like to use it for a lot of sidearms. It's a lot more workable than my other D1s, just being straighter in general. So yeah. And then I have this D3. This is my main disc to throw for like distance shots. I can just throw it flat and it'll just go straight, like for miles.
Literally miles.
Literally. And this D3, it flies almost the exact same as that D3, but it's just a backup in case anything goes bad, or like I need to go over water or something. I'll throw this one in place of that one. So yeah. And then lastly, I have another D3. This one's really beat up. It took some chunks out when we were playing at a vineyard when was that? I guess it was last fall. It got beat up a little bit. So this is like I only throw this for tailwind shots or rollers, and I'll also throw it for a lot of forehands, like that'll just need to flip up and ride left. So yeah.
I didn't know I had that many same drivers.
That was the exact same too.
Two of the same thing. Starting with overstable to understable again. There you go, twins. Starting with overstable to understable, I have the 400G D1, just any meat hook shot, big backhand spike hyzers, or any forehands that I need to just definitely get right. I'm not as great I don't have as much distance on my forehand as Travis, so I have to get a little bit more understable with mine. But on the backhand, I'm throwing this anytime if I need it to get left. This is my money disc. It's my yellow D1. It's like super beat up, so it will fly up and it'll even turn over a little bit, and then it'll just fade out. Anything that I'm trying to get max distance on, I'm throwing this disc.
It's the only disc he throws for drivers.
Yeah, I love it. It goes far. I think I probably have my distance record with it. My personal distance record.
Like 350?
Yeah, something like that. 325 maybe on a good day. And so this is my go-to disc for any long shots. I have a white Proto D2, the money run, is what I like to call it. Anything on a forehand that I'm throwing, or any straight backhand shot, this disc just goes forever. It glides for days, and I love it. It's really dependable. Then I have 3 different D3s, all in different beats, really. I have a 400, they're all 400 series, one 400G, I think. And then this one is my most overstable right now. Anything that I just need to rip, and there's a hair of headwind or anything, just to bomb this disc. This is a great disc. I always use it a lot for forehanding. So the D3 is really my go-to on any forehand shot. Then I have this Proto, yeah. We have a lot of matching. I didn't even know we had that many of the same thing. I guess it's just because we played together so long. But I have this D3. This is anything that I need just to flip up the straight. It'll ride an ante a little bit and then come back. It goes really far. So I love that disc. And then I have a 400G D3. This one's really beat up. It's 168. This disc is awesome. Like I said, my flick isn't super powerful. So I love to flick this disc and just put on a little hyzer and let it flip up and go a little ante and come back. It goes really far for me. Any roller I'm trying to put down to go really far, I'm throwing this disc. It's nice and beat in, so it's a really good flyer. So that's what's in my bag.
Lastly, I have this really cool dinosaur mini. Yeah, I started using this last week. I like it because I didn't play horrible last week. It was cool. And also I have my mom's dish towels. They're really absorbent. So
that's what I throw on any shot that's 300 feet.
This towel I stole from Steven Schroeder. It's pretty nice.
Are you going through towels right now?
I don't have anything else. I have pencils in my bag.
Maybe a bag of gummy worms or something.
I wish.
Something like that. So yeah, it's what's in our bag. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.